The stars, the stars, the stars. The stars came out, darting into shouts of father, other father on my own small shoulder. The stars appeared, darting into shouts of father. The other father on my own small shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. When I first started running for myself, it was tough. Really, really tough. After a while, I got better at it. Now I can go at full speed and ignore everyone and everything. I can ignore everything and everyone when I'm in full gallop. Go on, you fucker. Go on out of that. Run, you fucker. Go on out of that. Run out of that. Run out of that. Come on. You bastard. Get out of that. Get out of that, you bastard. Get out of that, you shit. You scumbag. You useless bastard. Get out of it. Get out of it. answer. Never mind. I don't want to be loved anyway. Why would I want to be loved? Grandad was dead and haggard. Bullet in one ear, out the next. Cabbage still in hand. 2 strands of hair across the islands of tears, crying and screaming against the broken ceiling. Nobody screams like a child. Boots! Boots! We're going to have to make a change. I'm dying inside. Shh. Rightly or wrongly, I've decided. I'm going to remove my hat. Shh. Shh. Let me concentrate. Come on, now, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. What the? Oh! I know it. I knew it. I knew it. Huh? Up and over after that. After that. Huh? Oh, never underestimate the dark horse. Never underestimate the dark horse. Huh? How do you mean? I removed him. I put him up and down. Why are you all attacking me? Mind your own business. Mind your own business. You bastard. I removed the hat. Everyone saw me remove the hat. Radio, did I not remove the hat? Right. Okay. Right. I failed again. I was afraid. I was afraid of change. I was afraid of change. I am a dumb man. You know it. They know it. I certainly know it. But I do not care. Who dropped the new brush on the floor? Who dropped the new brush on the floor? Look at that! Butchers! 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 Butcher! Nobody's afraid of you around here. I've killed before. I've killed before. We said such horrible things to one another. I loved you. That you must know. You wanted my kisses, but not my pain. You wanted the clean sides of me, but never my stains. I woke up in the dawn and you were gone. You left a stupid note with the stupid words. Be strong. I found a lollipop in my mouth that I didn't even know was there. That's how scared I had been. Most of the time, Boots, we are not as we dream. Right. Ranting! Ranting! Do you know how long you'll be accusing me of ranting? Do you know how long? 59 years. 60 summers. You took my thoughts and you put them on Facebook. That is something I will never forgive you for. On Facebook! For the whole world to see. Leave my thoughts alone. They're mine. Get away from it. Oh. Thoughts. Mine. I get so tired so easily.
Time for lunch. Time for grub. Bourbon creams and milk. Food for the gods. He did. The old man loved bourbon creams. Did I ever tell you about that time that the old man locked on the door? No, he knocked. He was knocking on the door, and he was also inside the house. Exactly. The moment he heard the knock, he ran up to the door to answer the door to himself. I wanted to poke my eyes out. But I'm also nosy and I wanted to know what was going on. Because the old man that answered the door was the same old man that knocked on the door, radio. Oh, he ordered me into the kitchen. Shoo! Shoo! It was weird. All I could hear was mumbling arguments, conversation, jiggy, jiggy, jiggy. Slammed the door off the stairs up to himself. No word, no good night. Oh, it was never the same after that. It did, Boots. It affected our relationship. When I never saw who came back into the house, was it the guy that knocked on the door or the guy that answered the door? It's hard to figure out sometimes the insiders from the outsiders. Sometimes the people we love go out for a pint of milk and come back into the house as strangers. Right. Well, you awake? Radio. Oh, when people called years ago, they make me so tired. As we talked and we chatted late into the night, a load of bollocks, they would make me so tired. Oh, I get so tired so easily. Right. Come on. Come off, come off. I miss you so much, Boots. I always miss you. I always miss you. I know. I know. It's okay. It's okay. I made her slowly from the bloodstains of Gatsby. She smiles like a teardrop. I drip like a raindrop. Beneath the circus of Dante, I'm bored and obnoxious. Come crawling, come weeping, your bed not a blanket. God is still queening. Talbot hit Francis. Your face is a funfair. Your skin is a weeping. My life is the darkness where Gatsby lay bleeding. I know. So okay. Well, it's fine now. Now. Lay down there a second now. And you left boot, worn-hatted friend. Come after. Ugh. I am half a world away from half your heart, and half of me can't help but feel so blue. And you are half the person you should be, and I'm totally two halves in love with you. What's it got to do with you? What's wrong with romance? What's wrong with a bit of poetry every now and then? A bit of life? I was sharing some emotions with Boots. Nothing to do with you. You poking your head in as usual. Oppressor! That's your name! Oppressor! Oppressor! I've killed before, you know. I've killed before. Ranting! Ranting! Come here. Never mind him. Jealous bastard. Jealous bastard. Nobody cares about him, and that's his problem. Look at the state of him, picking out everyone's faults. Yes, yes, she was beautiful. Flowers, all flowers are beautiful, Boots. Foxgloves are my favourite. I love picking them for graves. Yes. Yes. Picture this, Boot. She walked to the butcher shop. She meaning Sarah. Yes, Sarah. She strolled there on a fine hot summer's day. Her red hair sharpened by the innocent eyes. By the pat that leads to say, nowhere, somewhere, anywhere. Where was I? Where was she? Was the butcher a friend or an enemy? She walked to the butcher shop to talk to the butcher. Did I say butcher? I said butcher, I said butcher, same day, fully expecting to see the facts. But the butcher walked out the back door as soon as he heard me coming in the front door. Now my question is this. Listen to me now. Listen to me carefully. Why would he walk out the back door? And why would both of them walk away from me? She never talked to me no more. She never spoke a single word. I was an awkward man back then. I still am, really. With mumbling words coming from a dumb and frightened mouth. I go nowhere when I speak. I dribble like a baby. Nobody likes men like me. We never contribute to a conversation, but we always got something to say. I always got something to say. I always open my mouth at the wrong time. Yes, I said I loved her. Yes, to her face. To her face. I told her I loved her. I told her I loved her, and she spat in my bloody face. Another waste of time. Who is talking on the other side? Who cares? It is always someone you know, always someone you meet later on in the village. More than likely it's someone lying. I hate phone calls. Unless of course it is from someone I love. But that is a totally different story now. Especially for me. I've never loved anyone. Even when I told them I loved them. The feelings of love, the memories of love, the realities of love. Right to their face. I was lying. I lie sometimes. My breath smells. I talk too much. That's okay now. That's okay. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. He's gone. He's gone. What are you doing here? Of course I remember. Yes. We met on the grass in Cork. In that place where nobody feels important. The last time I saw you, we were looking each other in the eye. Both of us crying, watching our love die. You married a butcher. A butcher! And you got him to cut down the tree. Our tree. You got him to cut down the tree because it reminded you of me. then you watched. You watched him cut down the tree. And instead of the tree, he put a big concrete tree. And he didn't even paint it green. Sometimes love is not what it seems. Sometimes, in fact, all the time, we're not what we dream. Wait. Keep waiting. Keep waiting. She did radio. We'd meet under a tree. She'd to cut the tree down and burn it in the fire. They'll be coming for us in a while. When I bought you, I knew we were going to be together forever. I knew you wouldn't leave me down. Your trusting eyes. I fight you on! Silence mushrooms in the field. Dead the next day. I said dead, I mean dead, I see dead all the time. Nobody cares for the 3 brown bears. I left the house at 9. 9! So 9. I never returned. How could I return? So many young people never come home. So many of them standing on the moon. or am I just a damn old fool thinking of children? Why am I always thinking of the child? Do you still love me, Father? Do I still love you? No answer. It's perfectly fine. I no longer want to be loved anyway. Why would I want to be loved? And then they came out, and we all ran up to the field. And we were fighting like that, always fighting like that. I was fighting like that. I had a nosebleed. The nosebleed, and I had no teeth, and I felt weak, and the flies, and they're fighting like this, and I was weak, and I was fighting, and I fight all the time. I fight my way into the darkness, or fight my way to the darkness. I can see Sarah, my sweetheart Sarah, just like long ago, when both of us were young. No, we are not too old. Not too old. But there's no way for us to find innocence. No way for us to find innocence. We became old one Monday morning, just as we got out of bed. Being young is something that I will never experience again. My keys. Why do I keep searching for them? My keys are always, and I mean always, in my pocket. Sometimes I think I'm getting a heart attack. And then I remember. We will, Boots. We'll read some notes. Oh, I'm very serious today, all right. I'll read some notes. Being old is worse than being dead. You know, he never once called me by my name. He always liked to call me Alfred. He said Alfred is always important, so he changed my name. He said people care about Alfreds. Nobody gives a shit about Terrys. Not even Terry's Terry care about Terry's. I'll read it. The silence in here is deafening. Nobody speaks, not even to themselves. There are two men sitting on a concrete clock. The clock never ticks. The men never sit. Nobody exists, not even the silence. Radio, is there anything worse than a piece of paper with dribble written upon it? I'll read the second. Every time I wait in line, I am waiting in line for the next time that I find myself waiting in line. Not by my name, no. No, Radio. He called me Alfred. I know my name's Terry, but he called me Alfred. Nobody gives a shit about Terrys. Not even other Terrys care about Terry. I hate you, Terry. I hate you, Terry. You're a horrible bastard. You're a horrible bastard. Yes, Boots. Yes, she was beautiful. Foxgloves. Yes, flowers. All flowers are beautiful. Foxgloves are my favourite. No, Radio. You cannot fall in love with a dead person. But sometimes the living are dead. And if you fall in love with one of those, you find yourself in big trouble. Big trouble. Cam. I warned you! Break you into tiny fucking pieces. You hear me? You hear me? I'll break you into tiny pieces. One more word! I told you! I killed before. Boots. The first time I really harmed somebody, it was tough. Oh, I felt so bad. I felt terrible. So I started to run away from myself. Do you know what I learned from running? You can hurt anybody you want. Anybody you want. You can destroy them. You can wreck them. And then you just run. You run like this. After a while, it'll seem that they are me. When I run like this, I don't care. I don't give a shit about anybody when I'm running this fast. But you can't keep it up. I can't keep it up. I can't. And the older I'm getting, Boots, the less I can run. The less I can harm people. The less I can hurt people. We're going to have to go. We're going to have to leave. You do it, though. They make you do it. They can push you. We better get going. Yes, radio. Yes, radio. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to open it. He said, open this envelope when you come up against the problem that you cannot solve. Two notes. Dear Alfred, get out while you can. There is no white paint in the basement. I went down to see it this morning and it was anything but white, not even close. I cannot tell you the colour of it, Alfred, but it is not white. Try to dream of a colour of white in proportions, a sort of sub-white that is no relation to the ordinary everyday white. That is the colour of the basement. A sort of non-white colour that is not white. It is hard to describe a colour that is neither white nor black. All I can tell you for sure, Alfred, is the colour here is not white. Dear Alfred, my dear, dear friend, I beg of you, get out while you can. There is no white paint in the basement. I went down to see it last night and it was anything but white. I cannot tell you the colour of it, but it is not white. Try to dream of a colour of white proportions. Get out while you can. Get out today and do not come back. There is no white paint in the basement. I cannot tell you the colour of it, Alfred, but it is not white. Try to dream of a colour of white proportions, a sort of sub-white that is no relation to the ordinary everyday white. Then you shall find the true colour of the basement. My dear Alfred, then you will be able to tell everyone the true colour of Darkk. No white paint. I knew it. I knew it. No white paint in the basement. No rules. They're all bastards. No white paint. I went down as a child to the basement, and I could see that the paint was not white, but I would shh. Keep it down. Keep it down. No white paint in the basement. My God. My God. Come on. I heard them. I heard them. I heard them. No white paint in the basement. I was at home, sat around my kitchen table for a whole winter's day. On or near the 12th hour, I begin to distrust my old sheepdog, Jeremiah. Yes, the one we shot. He was the same dog he had always been. He was wagging his old tail, licking his lips for a bitch. Except I, the master, the destroyer, the man-made face of a funeral spire. I had changed much during the previous week. I had accepted that the dog did not love me, not even in the slightest. And he would, for all intents and purposes, eat me if circumstances demanded for him to be such a dog. I simply couldn't live with that. And what was worse, what was so much worse, is that I'd been stupid enough to ever trust a dog, or for that matter, anything at all. I didn't walk up, looked far and yonder towards my circle of friends, and I accepted that they were all dogs, simply being dogs. My father, my mother, my brothers, they were all dogs. I no longer felt safe with any member of my family. And what was worse, I no longer felt safe around myself. From then on, seriously now, I would sit in the kitchen all day just like this. Wait. My feet touching the wall. All day, just like this. If my mother knocked on the door, I had a knife that I got from my brother that I was willing to use. Oh, my own mother. My father was worse. If he entered the house, I could smell his presence. He never came to my room, and I never left the room. That way we didn't see each other for 4 years. I knew they weren't going to change. So in me, I knew I had to change. As a boy, I left the house at 4 a.m. I took only 2 things with me. U-boots and myself. And we lived in the darkest part of the country I could find. We went to live in the darkest part of the country. Dark. Just like it is right now. Jeremiah, oh, you're a cheeky beggar, you. Oh, you're a cheeky. Fetch! Fetch! Good dog. Good dog. Are you alright? Are you okay, doggy dog? Are you dog? You protected me from perverts. And all I could do was harm you. Good boy. Keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. We sat apart near the tube station, Baker Street. Children's hands wrapped in silence, concrete candles flickering in the distant city cove, peering to the corner of Madge's curtain, watching the furry globe in one giant stare. I was children, child, wasp, hive. We sat apart like the two ugly ducklings, fearing the worst for the cursed widows of Serbia. Iranian bombs blast through a palace. In the morning, I was picked up in London near Piccadilly Circus. Too drunk to run from myself, too dead to be anybody else. You lay dead on a footpath in Ireland. Your mother cried for 7 weeks. The legs of Dublin bled like rivers. Quill shot pierce in my bed, waking, walking, waking, walking, waking, walking. Tempered by your peaceful movements. Tears fell like the church bells in August. Hitler fell like the stare of the Jews. Camus, pest, peace, Paris. Sitting on that rock, counting the mackerel fingers, learning to exist on time alone. All tongues taste the same, except yours. Peace has no memory. Love feeds a fat man too much food. We sat apart. They watched. Your hand clasped mine for the last time. Stood still on the foot of a hillside. Too tame, too disturbed. You left to find your world. I left for the birds. Both of us wanting to love. None of us knowing the words. completely up to her boots. If she wants to come back and make a fool of herself, it's up to her, but none of us will be here. She married a butcher. A butcher. My father once told me, Boots, never trust a man covered in blood. I'm completely over her now. All right. I sometimes cry over her, but that doesn't mean that I miss her. I meant to say I miss her. I miss her, yes. I was referring in a backward way that I did. She married a butcher, Boots. A butcher. Right. Let us get ready to rumble. We'll go up the Darkk hill, through the Darkk valley. Right. Let's get down before it gets dark. Come on. Come on now. Come on. We're not gonna follow our hearts. We're going deeper and deeper into the dark. Come on, mouse. We are not gonna follow our hearts. We're going deeper and deeper into the dark. Come on.